summary company's outage hit Australia's second-largest telecom provider Optus says that some services are slowly restored. Optus CEO does not point to a cyber attack. Houses offices affected in Australia. Sydney, November 8. Millions of Australian, the country's second-largest telecommunication provider, had an unexplained deduction throughout the country after a telephone or internet connection. Discontinuous payment systems, online operations and train networks driving share services caused the highest time chaos in the morning because it fell briefly in some cities. Some hospitals and emergency services were also affected. Optus CEO Kelly Bair Rosmarin rejected a cyber attack, but in an interview in ABC Radio, he did not give any reason for the deduction at the 8th hour. Is not likely. Our systems are actually very determined. Optus is the Singapore telecommunications unit of Australia's telecom company and has more than 10 million customers with approximately 40% of the Australian population. Some services on fixed and mobile devices were gradually restored, but then Optus, known as Twitter, may take several hours to recover all services. I can't do almost anything without my phone. Construction worker Kyle, who did not give his name, said he wanted answers from Optus. I was late for work and I couldn't let my boss know. I couldn't find my boss when I entered the site. It was a big day. The deduction comes after a cyber violation that explains the personal details of millions of Optus customer, including home addresses, driver license and passport numbers. Last year, Singtel shares fell by 3.2% in Singapore Bourse after reports of the major cut. Limited information media reported that Melbourne was forced to close for about 30 minutes due to the deduction of train nets and caused delays during the morning hurry. Hospitals and emergency services throughout the country were shot by the interruption. Ramsay Health Care, which has 70 hospitals and clinics in Australia, said that the phone services were affected. Banking services, including some ATMs using Optus, have been affected. The country's biggest lending, Commonwealth Bank, said that some customers may face difficulties in their services. Federal Communication Minister Michelle Rowland said he has limited information about the deduction. What we know is a deep mistake. There is a wide range of results in mobile, fixed and wideband services for Optus customers. Rowland said, "What we know is a deep mistake," said. He asked Optus to take steps and provide timely updates. Customers are clearly angry and Optus should respond accordingly, he said. Bill Corcoran, Australian Research Council, said that Optus government's comments from University of Monash University and government claimed that infrastructure is with a network control. Corcoran said, "This would happen like you get an airline closure due to IT problems, expensive aircraft and so on. Perhaps this event will cause